I'm going to do a quick review on the Silverline socket set. I think the retail price on it is 90 quid, which does seem bad. You can get it quite a bit cheaper from Amazon, places like that, I think. But it's made by Silverline, and the quality of the stuff is quite good. I mean, it's in a decent box. You know, it's a decent quality box. I've been using it for about 12 months now, as you can see. It does get used a lot. It is pretty filthy. It does get used outside. Doesn't get used so much on bikes, but it does get used on Land Rovers, cars, things like that. Things like this, rebuilding diffs. So the quality of the tools seem quite good. They're all marked with sizes. It has got imperial and metric in there. They are nut shaped rather than the star style ones, so they do tend to sit on nuts and bolts better, I think, than the other style. You know, the style I'm talking about. Just have a show the other type. You know, something like that can tend to slip off easier on a stubborn or worn nut or bolt. That's out of an old Halford set that I've had for probably 10 years, but a lot of it's non-existent anymore. The ratchet went on that one, but it was 10 years old. Now, good points is they seem to be the same decent quality. The smaller ratchet, it does sometimes tend to sit in between and not do anything. You know, it seems to flick itself in the middle of forward and reverse, so you've got to be careful of that. And it does seem a little flimsy, the smallest one, but it does look good quality. The medium one, 3/8, use that one the most. That seems to be good quality. Seems to do the job. You can hear the ratchets there. Quite small ratchets, teeth, so it does like pick up pretty quick. You do need to press the button on the back to drop the ball bearing to get the sockets on, and they do lock on there, so that's quite good. Big one, I have used that a few times. The thing with this set is that the sockets, whereas most sets all the sockets would be 1/2 inch or 3/8 or something like that, and you'd have adapters for the ratchets, you have to use the right socket on the right ratchet. So these smaller ones, I'm the smallest size, and you'd normally have an adapter in here. So if you want to get something seriously tight off with a bigger ratchet, you can't use the bigger one. You have to use a small one and end up putting a bar or something on it, because not all the sockets suit the ratchets. The bigger ones are for the 1/2 inch, the medium ones are for the 3/8, and the smallest ones are for the smallest ratchet there. But yeah, I mean, it's decent quality. It did get wet. It was only out for a minute in the rain before I closed it up and got it in, and all the Torx keys and the Allen keys and the screwdriver bits have gone rusty. I mean, it's nice that these are in there because it's nice to have them to use on a ratchet, and they have got decent socket heads on them, but they have gone rusty. I mean, it's nothing major, it's just surface rust on them, but I wouldn't expect it being out there for a minute or two. It has got spanners in there, decent quality spanners. I have got a set of them spanners that I use as well. It's got the extension bars and it's got the deep sockets. It's also got the spark plug sockets with the bit of rubber in there, so you can so it pulls the spark plug out when you get it out. I've used that a few times, got a few different ones now. I have used this recently when I was fitting a clutch. That's why it's got tape on it. Used it as the alignment tool. It's got a adapter there for different angles. Works quite well. Used it a couple of times. But yeah, the biggest problem with this, everything is fine apart from the fact that when you close it and carry it, everything falls out. So I mean, that was just one lift and all them have started going. If I carried this, put it in the car, then got it out of the car, all of these drop out. And the spanners do stay there, but all of them drop out, and these come out as well. Them fittings there. I mean, you can see that the case hasn't been made well to fit by the fact that when you buy it, there is a little sticky thing there that I've tried to use as a spacer to keep things in, because they do just drop out. You know, they're not in there tight really. Some of them, I mean, that one is, but I mean these especially, these are all over the place. So you know, it is a bit of a nightmare. Every time you open it, when you've took it somewhere, you've got to put everything back, and obviously sometimes things don't go back in the right place, and then you don't know where you am for what sizes you're getting. But other than that, if you get it at a cheaper price, then it's definitely worth it for quality. It's alright if you're going to chuck it all into a drawer in your toolbox, maybe, and then you ain't got to worry about it keep falling out. But if you need it to travel around with, put in your car, get out of your car, that sort of stuff, then the case is not brilliant. So I hope that helps.